Willie D Live.
Right, and I just want you to know, I just said that shit. You know,
What?
Just ask.
No, I love the question. This is your show.
I had to ask the question just because it's a good question. It's a good general question, but I do know that you're happily married, and you've been happily married for now what 10?
Well, I've been with my wife for like 17 years.
And you've been married for like 4, right?
For 5.
Four,
yep,
5.
almost
Okay,
5, yeah.
Right. This is what I was, I remember when y'all went on that couples therapy show. What was the name?
Couples Therapy.
That's the name of it, right?
VH1.
Yeah, okay. So I was like, I always have a lot of trepidation when people go on these shows, when married couples go on shows like that, even just doing reality shows, because a lot of times when you share so much personal stuff, people, they tend to grow apart. I don't know what it is about these damn reality shows or whatever, but people tend to just grow apart after they go on these shows. And, y'all, if I'm not mistaken, y'all went on that show way back in 2014. And y'all still together going strong.
Yeah.
And y'all got 2 kids together, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. See, the thing was, and we'll get into that here too.
Yeah.
I've been on a few reality shows, and like you said, some of them will tear your family apart. But it's what you doing on there, and you see the real family members and what they do. One thing with couples therapy, everybody, I don't care who you are, whether you got a relationship or you married, you go through things. And a lot of times therapy is very good. A lot of people are like, yo, we could fix it ourselves and everything else. But therapy, sometimes hearing it from somebody else, an outside professional, or where you sit with a group and you really be like, you get to learn like you're not always correct. We think our decisions is the right or the way we think. We're going to couples therapy. For one, I was in the mind state like, I don't want to pay nobody to tell me something that I know or my wife know or we could fix it, in that trance. But with this reality show, it wasn't just a regular reality show with the fan. It was like, they're going to pay you for one to come in this house with other couples as well. And you're coming there to better yourself. It's not like you come in to bid each other against each other. For one thing I've seen with reality shows, a lot of them, before you even get there, they don't give you food. They don't give you anything. They serve you a gang of liquor. You up, you ain't eat. You got this gang of liquor, and then it's like cameras rolling. 9 times out of 10, a lot of people didn't eat before they got there. But when you feed people liquor first, liquor brings out the other side of you. So the camera's rolling, so, they say drunk minds speak sober thoughts and blah, 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 whatever. Yo, in there, you couldn't drink. You couldn't smoke. If you did get a wine or whatever or something, it was after things was filmed, dinner was cooked, and you going to bed and everything else. And cameras was on you on the whole time. In reality, whatever phone calls and this, that, and the other, and bow, you going through back home, it's all taped. And then they had actual, not just conversations on, you had group therapy, your therapy, your wife therapy, and then just a couple their therapy. That was beautiful. Shout out to Dr. Jen, VH1. Like, it was something that we knew we could get out of it without just going somewhere, spending money, and then somebody going to come home like, well, I feel like we paying this money for nothing when we could figure it out ourselves or this, that, or third. That actually, and we actually left, me and my wife, before we was married, we was on the show, we was salty at each other because it was more or less, I felt like, oh, you coming out here to say I'm the problem. And I'm coming out here to say you the problem. And if you go in there with that mind state and not going in like we gonna fix it and we both have our faults, you ain't gonna win.